What's up, guys? Welcome back to
Uh,
Not So Pro Football Talk. Reed, nice to see you again. Vince, awesome to see you as always. Guys, I'm hyped up today. I'm really excited to talk about the biggest child in the NFL right now. Okay, I'm not talking about Kyler Murray because of his height.
Whoa,
I'm not talking about Kenny Pickett because of his hand size. I'm talking none other than Baker Mayfield himself.
we're a
How,
minute into this thing. You're already toxic.
hey, man, this is what this show is all about. Okay, a lot of people might not agree with what we had to say. Y'all can shove it. Y'all can shove it. All right. Tell me what you
Please.
want. I don't care. We're here to speak our mind, the truth, and you're not going to get this anywhere else because we are one of a kind. I'm going to tell you that for sure. Okay. But first, I do want to shed some light on someone who's getting paid, someone who's well deserved to get paid. And yes, I am talking about Tom Brady getting a 10-year contract, $375 million. That is worth more than his entire 22. Yes, Reed.
Thoughts. I haven't read the full article yet, but or the full story. But our thoughts is saying that those numbers aren't true.
Well, as of right now, they are true. Okay,
Okay.
this video is gonna premiere on Thursday. We are recording this Wednesday, but as of right now, when I am saying this, it is true. Okay, so 10 years, 375 million. That is worth way more than what he has made in his 22-year career in the NFL. Now, uh, are they smart for jumping the gun and paying the best quarterback, sorry, quote unquote, the best quarterback of all time already? Because they saw how much viewership and how much likeness that Tony Romo got, Troy Aikman. Hey, let's get the best of the best. Let's let him announce, and let's hear what's inside his head. Did they jump the gun, or was this a smart move?
It's 100% smart move in my opinion. People are going to want to hear Tom Brady. At the end of the day, he's one of the greatest of all time, one of the best quarterbacks of all time, and people have been literally there's people who their entire life Tom Brady has been on the football field, and they're going to want Tom Brady in football after he retires from the actual field. And this is I heard someone else talk about this, but when I heard them talk about it, I was like, oh, that's going to be so awesome when it happens. But when Tom Brady announced or calls a Super Bowl game as the person who has won more Super Bowls than anybody else, who knows the experience more than anybody else, that's going to be awesome to watch. That's going to be truly awesome to watch, and I can't wait to see that.
Wow. Did that just come out of Reed's mouth?
And this is probably one of the nicest things I've said about Tom Brady. It's because I'm thinking about his retirement. That's why.
This is probably one of the nicest things you said about anyone who is not a Packer. Like,
What?
yes, you know it's true. Vince
I
could
said
agree
Baker
with
was
me.
going to go 40-8 last year. That was very nice.
I honestly, I thought you were just memeing on us. I thought it was just a
It was a
joke.
bold prediction.
It was it was way more than a bold prediction. But Vince, that's a lot of money, man. I thought this guy missed his family. I thought he wanted to retire, spend some time with them. But he already booked himself up for the next 10 years because a sports announcer, especially today's age, it's a full time job, it's a full time gig. And you're always away from the family. You're always watching film, doing research. I know he's like that now, but that's another 10 years. How do you feel about that?
The way I think about it is all of us, family's everything. So that's the big thing for us. But for him, I believe family and football are neck and neck. He loves his family a lot, but he wants to be on the football field, or he wants to be a part of football in any way. And I think his family realizes that. I feel like they support him in that, and that's just something that's gonna happen regardless. If you love the guy, if you hate the guy, wherever he's at on Fox News in the Super Bowl game, wherever, you're gonna tune in whether you like him or not. Tom Brady is a guy who attracts people who love him, people who hate him, people who don't even know who he is, and whoever those people are, you need to get your facts straight, because Tom Brady is one of the most popular guys in the world, if not just America. But yeah, everybody talks about him, whether it's good or bad. And I think it's just great for football to see what his mind thinks while he's behind the center and while he's behind the mic. I mean, he's going to see stuff that we don't see, of course, because he's done it for so long. He's done it better than anybody. So, I mean, I'm excited. I'm not excited really to just see his face and all that, but I just want to hear what's going on up here in them gears.
Yeah. And I
Nice.
think it was really smart of Fox to lock him down now instead of someone else getting him or getting being a bigger bidding war later on.
Yeah.
Getting him now secures your future. I imagine announcers when maybe things switch up in their contracts, and they might want to go call a game with Tom Brady. I would want to call a game with Tom Brady.
Dang. That's nicely said, guys. Especially you, Vince. I guess the moral of your story is that just family holds you back, right? I can't say I agree, but I like your take on it.
Jeez.
It's going to be awesome hearing Tom Brady announce some games. I'm really interested to see who they're going to pair him up with. Hopefully, they go big as well with his partner. I don't know. Maybe Aaron Rodgers retires. Maybe Aaron Rodgers wants to get in the.
Do
What's
they have
up?
money for that?
Hey, man, money's everywhere. Look at the NFL. Money's everywhere. Just forget about it. But not here. We just
Move
need
it back.
one.
Move the cap space
One,
back.
bro. One.
We just need one each, preferably, but we just need one, guys. You guys are throwing around money like it's nothing. Oh my gosh, we're working around the clock here, and I'm not gonna go on a rant. Okay, that's from my boss. Okay, I'll do that some other time. I think that's next month. I have a schedule. Yeah, next month. I'm super excited. Wish me luck, guys. Oh, uh, but guys, today for y'all Thursday, the schedule is released. Okay, so hopefully you guys are super excited. I know we're super excited. It's been hot news about one game that has been, kind of shown out there, and that is the Green Bay Packers playing up against the Dallas Cowboys. Reed, why is this game getting so much hype? Why is it so big, so real right now?
It's so big because we have one of the two largest fan bases in all of football, with Cowboys obviously having the biggest fan base out there. And I mean, Cowboy fans, they've just been done dirty by the Green Bay Packers so many times. They've lost so many games, especially in the last 10 years. They've only won one game in the last 10 years against us. That's playoffs and regular season. So they're salty. They've been kicked out of the playoffs so many times by us. They're just mad, and they always just think they're better than us. So that's why it's hyped. So it's about a lot of Cowboys fans saying, "Oh, this Packers suck," and then the Packers fans just sitting back.
Guys, in the comment section, you're so lucky we're not live here, Reed. In the comment section, if you're a Cowboy, we're not live.
What are they gonna say,
dude? Hey, I can already hear one thing. Hey, 5 rings, right? That's what they're gonna say. I'm not a Cowboy fan. I'm not a Cowboy fan.
More championships.
Hey, go leave your comments down in the comment section. Let Reed have it.
Yeah,
so next time we go live, which is on Mondays, we will read those comments and we'll let Reed, address them. Okay, maybe we'll bring a certain someone on the show to face you off, Reed. Or not. But Reed's getting scared. I see it in his face. But I think this game is really hyped because a certain someone is returning, a certain someone of the name of Mike McCarthy. Okay, certain someone to prove it that it was not his fault, that it was Aaron Rodgers' fault the whole time. Who's going to be it is going to be Team McCarthy, Team Rodgers. LaFleur is not a coach. Reed, calm down, okay? We will talk about this when the time comes.
I can talk about it right now. Mike McCarthy has proven the entire time when he's with the Cowboys that he's not a very good coach.
They didn't prove anything. Cowboys went to the playoffs. They got smacked by the Niners. The Packers went to the playoffs. They got smacked by the Niners special teams.
He leaves, and we have three of the best years we've ever had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 13 wins every single one.
Ooh,
bro.
Ooh.
Can't say that.
So, where's his ring? He won one.
And the Niners got on the
win. Losing seasons.
The Niners got on the
Aaron Rodgers had losing seasons with Aaron Rodgers.
1 second, Reed. I'm not talking about the Cowboys. I'm saying you can't state we've had the 3 best seasons in the past 3 years, and you can't have
three of our best seasons.
Okay, you can say that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said we had.
Roll back the tape. Roll it back.
3 out of 20. Great seasons, right?
Oh.
Like I said, we'll talk about this some other time, okay? Today, we are focusing on the biggest child in the NFL. And, you know what? This is kind of misleading because the title of this video, I believe it's going to be Baker being sabotaged. What? Well, I got a nice little little picture here for you guys. I worked so hard on it, which these guys do not appreciate. They don't appreciate the
Yeah,
work that I do. Look at this. Wow. Look at that. Wow. Jeez. I took that picture of Baker, by the way. Yeah.
Oh
He
yeah.
invited me to, yeah. He invited me to his, I guess his old home, right? Because it's not his home anymore. I think he's getting evicted. I'm not too sure. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, the Browns acting kind of sus. It was released saying that Baker or was saying that the Browns were making him seem as hapless as possible in the last primetime game to make it justifiable for them to move on after this season. Now, at first, I was like, oh, okay, this guy's still full of it, whatever. And then he continues talking, and then it kind of makes a little more sense. Not saying that this is true, okay? But he was kind of saying, like, okay, you have a freaking awesome TJ Watt, having a career year, and you're not giving your tackle any helps. And he got sacked, I don't know, like what, 3 times that game? What are y'all laughing about?
Nothing,
Vince is in
bro.
the chat saying he looks like Baker.
I think I look like Baker, bro. Look at
You
me.
look like Baker?
That profile, be like
You're gonna make AJ hate you, dude.
Yeah, I'm starting to hate him even more now. That's because I already dislike Vince. Okay, so
AJ, I believe he was sacked 9 times in the game.
was it 9 times? Okay, so it was 9 times he was sacked, and it was 4 interceptions or 3.
I don't
It
remember.
was around that area, and he
Yeah.
even got sacked that game. That's how bad it was, and he just felt like he was set up for failure that game, just so the Browns could make it more justifiable for them to move on away from him after this season. So, does this mean that the Browns had Deshaun Watson in their mind all this time? Hmm?
Hmm.
They had someone on their mind.
Late
Yeah,
nights in the middle of June?
I wouldn't say just all on Deshaun Watson, but with
Jimmy
everybody
G?
coming off of like their contracts, I mean, they had their mindset on moving in another direction for sure. I don't agree the way they did it. They just like kind of were like, "All right, bye, Baker," and they didn't give him like any explanation from what we know. But
From
yeah, from what we know right now on Wednesday, not Thursday, guys. But yeah, I just think Baker was kind of done a little dirty. He didn't help himself at all. Like his whole tenure there at in Cleveland, because he's still there too. But yeah, he's just not helping himself, and I feel that Cleveland was reciprocating and saying like, "Here, you want to be a baby," as AJ says, uh,
Child.
a
Child.
child, a child.
Mhm.
He's one step up.
Yes. One step. Just one.
But he was being a child throughout his tenure there in Cleveland, and they were like, you know what, we can reciprocate the feeling because we're kind of tired of you. So I think that was the type of energy that was there in the dog pound.
Okay. I have a few questions for AJ and Vincent. You can respond to these also, but it's just I want to question how you're thinking through this, okay? Because I am curious. I kind of agree with you, but I don't fully agree with you.
Okay.
So I believe from your standpoint, a quarterback or anybody on the team should not trash their organization, saying that we should have done different things. I don't understand why we're coaching this way. Like he's saying, why is TJ Watts? Why is our rookie tackle guarding TJ Watts? So I believe you don't like when people like that say that in press conferences.
Yes, correct. I do not like that. Honestly, he should be cut from the team already, and I don't see
Okay.
why he hasn't been. They would save 18 million just
Not
by
fully
cutting
at
him.
18 million.
Huh?
His cap is 18 million, but
Right. But if they cut him, they'll also save that 18 mil.
do they say the full 18 mil?
Yes, they do.
Okay. All right.
That's from the Colin Cowherd show, The Herd.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Reference. Got
Cool.
it, I'm ready.
So at a certain point in my head, I feel like if you feel like you're constantly getting disrespected, you're not getting set up for success. At what point, or maybe in your opinion, there should never be a point when you go to the press about that? What are your thoughts on that?
On that, it's kind of hard because really we cannot step into Baker's shoes and
Okay.
relate how he feels. But I mean, that's what HR is there for, right? You're supposed to go out there, you're supposed to talk to them out. I don't know how many times that works out, but I'm very fortunate in my work. I got great HR, just in case they're watching. But yeah, for him, I feel like it's different because we can't exactly feel how he's feeling. We don't know what he's going through, but from the reports that I have read and the studies that I have gone through, he lost that locker room. His own attitude lost him the respect from almost every player there, and I could just feel that growing onto the coaches and how they feel. I mean, if you're a stud player, because he's a great player, but you have an ugly attitude. You know, we go through work. We go through this at work all the time. You can have a great employee, but they have a nasty attitude, and they don't see eye to eye, and they talk bad about upper management or something. That's just no good. That's just toxic there in the workplace. So I felt like it came from that direction, and that's why I felt why these things happened the way they did. So he's giving his side of the story. And the Cleveland Browns, they're being smart, not saying they're a great organization. They're not going to show their side of the story. They don't have to. Why would they? You know, they're just going to expose themselves even more. That's why when they got asked the question, did you make him feel hapless during this game? They just said no comment because that's the smartest thing they could do, honestly. So.
Okay, I respect both of those answers.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I was a little sweat. I was sweating a little bit here. Okay, so you put me on the ropes. I like that. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
for doing
of
that.
course.
But there was a report. Okay, a reporter. I forgot his name, so I'm sorry about that. But a reporter went up and asked a player on the team, an active player on the team, saying about the whole OBJ situation. Okay, saying, hey, OBJ's dad. You know, he posted these videos about Baker overthrowing him. And this player said, no, I did not watch these videos. Why would I bother if I see it every day at practice? That is huge. If a player tells a reporter that, that guy, he really lost his respect for Baker Mayfield. And two, to talk trash, I don't know if you want to consider talking trash, but talking down, talking negative about your starting quarterback, the leader that's supposed to be on your team, that's huge. You lost that guy's trust. And I mean, then you look back. Okay, is it OBJ? Uh, he got cut. No, he got traded. He got traded to Los Angeles Rams and got success. Success immediately. He's a Super Bowl champion right now. He looked like the OBJ that you saw a little bit from the Giants. Okay, he was out there. He was balling out. So it has to come from Baker Mayfield in that situation. I mean, that's horrible. It's really bad. I
Okay,
felt
quick
like you.
question. I
Yeah.
have another question for you, AJ. Sorry for targeting you.
No, no, you're fine. You're
Okay,
fine.
so from what you just said, I feel like maybe you said it wrong or whatever. Maybe you didn't mean it, but I feel like there was a double standard in what you just said.
Okay.
This player comes out and says something bad about Baker, about his teammates. If that was Baker or you in the Baker in the past, you have said these things that's not good. A teammate shouldn't do that, stuff like that. Why don't you have the same feelings about this guy?
Okay, so two things. One, that player that announced, like, hey, I see it all the time at practice.
Mm-hmm.
One, he wanted to keep himself anonymous. He did not reveal who he was, but it was confirmed that he was a player, an active player on that roster. And two, I hate to say this because I don't totally agree with it, but Baker has to hold himself to a higher standard. He is essentially the face of the Cleveland Browns. He is the face of the Cleveland Browns, or was. I don't know, whatever you want to say. But he has to hold himself to a higher standard and be that mature person. Like the other player. Yeah, wrong on him. He shouldn't have done that. Like what I told you guys the other day when George Kittle was just praising Trey Lance, you said, I'll be worried if he said something negative about him. This makes you worry about this organization now. So now it shows that this organization is not perfect. We might have a few bad eggs, or maybe someone's just so fed up to the point, kind of like what we talked about last video with Ryan Tannehill, so fed up to the point that they just spoke their mind.
Yeah. I just want to ask that before we moved on. As far as how I feel about the whole thing, um, yeah, I think he lost the locker room way before off-season hit with the OBJ thing, maybe even before that, the beginning of the season. I think he lost the locker room. I think the best thing for Baker would, if he was trying to be smart, was to as soon as he got injured, as soon as he hurt his shoulder, to get set and not played through it. He wanted to be the tough quarterback. He wanted to be like Favre, Roethlisberger, all these other guys that play through injuries and play good, and he just wasn't able to play good while he was injured. And because of that, I think there's just things that led to that, and he just lost the locker room. People didn't respect him. after the OBJ thing, how he spoke to teammates, about fans, etc. However, your thoughts about those were.
Mhm.
I think he lost the locker room because of that. Um, I don't like that the player came, especially Renee anonymous. He didn't. He put that out there, throw out drama, stir up things, but he didn't want to put his name on it. So I don't respect that.
Right, you don't want that on a team. And like you said, he lost the locker room. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he lost a lot of coaches. He lost the fans. I know you guys. I misread what y'all said in that chat that time, but when he was, when the fans were booing him, I think that was a game or a couple games after he was talking bad about though quote unquote those fans who
Mhm.
don't know how to be real fans and don't know how to quiet down during it. We had a whole conversation. I remember that.
Yeah, the whole
Um,
episode.
but yeah, he lost that. But to the point where it expands to other teams, like when you think about the Carolina Panthers, wide receiver Robbie Anderson says he absolutely does not want Baker Mayfield on his team. I think that should say a lot. You got a veteran player over there, the Panthers. It could be an all-time great. It could be a rookie. If a player has to speak out against someone who's not on your team already and just say, do everything in his power possible not to get that player there, that speaks volumes.
Uh,
Yeah. And I
go.
think
Sorry.
even with Baker, it hasn't even just been the NFL. It was when he was a Sooner as well. Uh,
Hmm.
Back in college, there are little articles out there that you have to really look for, but Baker's emotions and his leadership were always in question. But yet he was still a first overall pick, I believe, for the Browns. So that just goes into the organization. You can't blame it all on Baker because Baker's been doing this since he was in high school, most likely.
Yeah.
It's something that's been instilled in him. He thinks he's, uh, not to say it as a bad thing, but he thinks he's God's gift, and that's fine to think that. But you got to show it on the field as well and out there in with all your emotions and stuff like that. And he just hasn't done that. And I feel like it's not his fault entirely, but it goes back to just all the times where he wasn't reconstructed and told, hey, you got to quit this out because later on this is not going to work out for you. And I just feel like it's both on the organizations and everywhere that he's gone through to get to where he is now.
Yeah. Especially after going through what 3, 4 coaches, head coaches. That's
Yeah.
horrible. That's tough. It's tough. Did you want to add something, Reed? I thought you want.
The Robbie Anderson thing. I would expect a receiver to always back what they have and don't say, "Oh, I want this guy on this other team. I want us to trade for him." I don't think a receiver should say that. So I wouldn't 100% say his comment is about not wanting Baker. It's about him not wanting to stir up drama and saying, "Hey, I'm not okay with the quarterbacks we currently have."
But I think there should be a difference. I'm not disagreeing with you, Reed. I do agree, but I think there should be a difference between a player saying, "I." If someone asks you, "Would you want Baker Mayfield on your team?" He could have answered, "I have total confidence in Sam Darnold. We do have a starting quarterback already, and that's it. Sam Darnold's our guy. Cam Newton, he's been practicing hard. Whatever you want to say, okay." But for him to go to the extent it says he absolutely does not want Baker, that was a little over the top, but he got his point across. But
I definitely agree with you. I would have to see the full interview. A lot of these things are just they just take one sentence and then they blow that up and they don't include anything else. So that might be something that happened this time, but it might be as you say that it looks like he just doesn't want Baker. Yeah.
okay, I was looking at this. Supposedly, a lot of it was comments as well before he was asked the question. It was a report saying should Baker or should Carolina, head to go try to get Baker, and he commented no with the 8 O's.
Okay.
So I guess I could speak. In today's age, that means a lot. It's like saying hey with 2 Y's. That's like, oh,
Never done
okay.
that.
It's you pretty darn good chance. If she says you 3 Y's or he says you 3 Y's, you're in the door, baby. You're in the door. Okay, don't even step on the batter's mound because hey, it's a walk off home run, baby. Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get off top. I'm sorry. Okay, but people get it. People get it.
Hey, what about Nine Wise, AJ?
Nine wise, dude, you don't even have to try. You know,
I don't know
maybe
if
that's
he's
a
just
little
for the
too
video.
concerning there. That's
A
too
little
concerning.
bit. That's a little too
That's
over the top.
hey man, that's like I probably shouldn't say what, what I want to say.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on. Biggest news: Russell Wilson gets a dog and names it Bronco. What? How should the Seahawks respond? I think Drew Lock should get a cat and name it Hawk
Why a cat?
because it's the opposite of a dog. You know, like, oh, you want to get a dog? I'm getting a cat. How about like just the pettiness of it? You know, I'm gonna name it Hawk.
Oh my goodness. I saw that on Instagram and I was like, I see. The conversion is quick, I see. But
Yeah, you see his catchphrase? I don't think it's not his catchphrase, but every time they put the camera on him, he's like, "Mount up, mount up." Like, we're at it instead of "Go Hawks." Yeah, it's mount up, and I'll be the first one to say I absolutely love it.
he's always been that way. You know, he wherever he's at, he's gonna support wherever, whatever, 100%. Whatever he's a part of, he loves whatever he does. So I respect him. But yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of back and forth until he's actually solidified in the Broncos organization. He's classified as a winner there. So until that happens, I think every little comment is gonna be blown out of proportion at the Seahawks organization.
Yeah, probably. It's just fun to watch. Well, I'm so excited, guys. The schedule for you guys, it's out. I gotta wait one more day. I'm so excited. I'm really excited to see um, just the different matchups and when they're going to be playing each other. Hopefully, division games. I just want them over with. I hate. Oh, of course,
They always throw them at the back half then.
they
Yeah,
do. They do. It's good TV.
It's great
It's
too.
good TV. It's great, I guess.
especially.
I'm glad the Niners don't have to play the Packers this year.
Yeah, we get a
I'm
break. We get a break.
finally. I'm ecstatic about that. Jeez. And honestly, I want to keep on talking, but we could make this to a whole other video
Yeah.
about how the NFC East has the easiest schedule out there. Freaking bums. My gosh. And of all teams, the easiest out of all four of them are the Cowboys.
Yep.
That's insane. Yeah. But we could talk about that some other time. Maybe Monday we'll talk
Yeah.
about it. It should be a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with today's video. We're just kind of bashing on everyone today. I like
It
that.
was just you. I was trying to defend people.
We're back to the old grind, AJ.
I like that. Yeah, yeah. Who's next? Who's next? Remember, guys, in the comment section, I do want to hear
Oh,
if you agree with Reed on how the Packers going to beat the Doonies down of the Cowboys, and I also want to hear if you agree with Vince that he looks like Baker Mayfield. Give us a quick turn. Okay. Nice, nice. And I should have said this in the beginning of the video, you guys. We are doing a giveaway right here. We got Howard from the Miami Dolphins corner. We're doing a giveaway as soon as we reach 150 subscribers on YouTube. So go out there, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your kids, tell your wife, tell everyone. Hit that subscribe button. As soon as we get to 150, we're giving away this bad boy for free. If you want to be cooler than cool, this is where it's at. Because what's cooler than cool, Vince? We
Whoever
talked
has,
about this.
whoever has that jersey is
Whoever
cool.
has that, it's ice cold. Okay, it's ice cold. That's what that is.
What?
Oh my, it's
Yeah.
we tried this last video. It just ruined the whole mood. All right, but yeah, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch us live on Monday, 6 o'clock. All right, be there or be square. Appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much. And until next time, keep on grinding.